Okay, time to make the rosebuds. And just as a reminder, this is what you're going to be making here. These rosebuds and of course a leaf or two. You do not have to make it just how I made mine. You can do a couple over here, you can do one, you can do little rosebuds all the way around, however you think it's going to look best. It's your design. I'm just showing you how to make the rosebuds. So I'm going to set it aside again, and here are the materials you're going to need to do this. Of course, your heart that you just finished adding texture to. You're going to need a cup of water with slip. Now slip is like this, you see the grayish water there. It's really clay that has dissolved in water. And you're going to need this fork, and you're going to need a piece of clay. Now I'm going to be giving you certain amounts of this clay, because if you use too much you're going to have this really huge flower, and if you use too little you'll have a little bit. So I'm going to just put this to the side, and I'm going to take some clay and I'm going to roll it out like a snake. And you really have to kind of experiment to see how long you're going to need this clay. So I want it to be kind of thick. I don't want it to be too thin, because then my rosebud's going to be very fragile. So this looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to pinch. So I'm going to pinch, pinch, pinch all along here. Okay, just like that. And now I'm going to take it and I'm going to make like a spiral. And I'm going to curl that in, just like that. That's it. That's all you have to do to make the rosebud. Now I do have to attach it, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to get this back over here. Now attaching clay to clay, it's not like we use glue. That's what the slip and the scoring is about. Scoring is roughing the surface. So I'm going to put my rosebud right about here maybe. So I'm going to take my fork and I'm going to scratch the surface where I want to put the rosebud. And when I'm scratching it, this is scoring the surface. And notice how it's wet there. You want that. Now I'm going to take this back side. Now I can't score this because then it's going to ruin my rosebud, but I can just take this and add some water to it. I'm not really scoring this. And now I'm going to take it and place it. Now you're really supposed to be able to press this in, but you have to be careful. So this is something you're going to have to do delicately. And I'm going to take my fingers just like I was pinching before, and I'm just going to go around and pinch that in. Okay. Now look at that. I didn't do it too much. That's going to look great. Now I did have these extra lines here where I've scored, so I might want to make another smaller rosebud. So again, I'm going to take some clay, roll it out. Hopefully this one will be a little bit smaller. I've made this a little thinner. Pinch, 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 all the way down. And then make that rosebud or that spiral. There. I'm going to try to fit that in here. Now I still am going to have some score lines showing, but I do have to put a leaf here. And remember, when you're doing this to the back, I'm really just adding water, and it is kind of scoring it a little bit. Now I'm just going to very carefully press that in and then pinch it. Okay, there. And you have to really be careful because you can't press this too much, otherwise you're going to mess up your rosebud. All right, let's grab some clay to make a leaf. So here's a piece of clay. I'm just going to maybe divide it into two pieces, and I'm just going to roll it. You can roll it here however you want to, and I'm going to just press it down. And a leaf is usually wide at one end, and then it kind of tapers or gets smaller at another end, like that. Now I'm going to see, well, that would look good, right? So I'm going to take this and score, and then score the back of this. And now I'm going to press this down firmly into my heart. And then I'm going to take my popsicle stick. I'm going to press this gently just to make that line. And then I'm going to make lines, the veins of the leaf on one side. And look, I pressed a little bit too hard on that one. Just be careful when you're pressing. You don't want to press it down too hard. So there's that. Maybe I'll make a smaller leaf and press this down. So hopefully you're getting some ideas on how you want to do your heart. You do not have to make yours look like mine. Remember, I'm just showing you how to do it. I want you to be creative and come up with your own way on what you want to do. Okay. Maybe I'll do this leaf a little bit better than that first one. Oh, that went a little bit too deep. Now, don't be afraid to do your own ideas. There's my heart. Don't you worry about making the hole. I'm going to make the hole for you because I have a tool to do it a little bit neater, okay? That's it. Oh, I should say, you are going to need a paper plate because your paper plate is where your name is going to go. So you're going to write your name. Of course, I can't find a pencil. Here, Mrs. Lawrence.